Okay. Hi. Hi, Pasquale.
Hi, Alessandro.
Hi, nice to meet you. This is the first presentation with Seeq for you as a process engineer. We've been talking before with your firm. So this presentation will be about explaining a little bit what Seeq is and how could it be helpful for you and for your prediction issues. I'm Alessandro Robbiano. I've been working as an engineer in a firm that delivered the projects in steel-making plant production. And my work was mainly related to communication, data communication on SQL and some representation of those data and on the front end. And then I've been working here in e-matica for a little bit here, and I worked mainly on developing projects about software applications for industrial projects. And yes, so this is a little bit of me, and I just like to know something about you.
Okay, thanks for your introduction. And so I'm Pasquale. As you already know, I'm your process engineer. I have 12 years of experience in the food and beverage industries, and my background is chemical engineer.
Okay, okay, thanks. So I think that we can start now with the presentation. So I'll just share my screen and I'll let you see my demo. Okay, well, first of all, let's start a little bit what Seeq is, and we can say that Seeq is an advanced analytics solution, and it is built on time series data for process engineers. So this could be useful for you. It could be easy for you to use. And this is not precisely related to your part, but it also has a high speed during installation, so it's really quick to install in a matter of hours, and it can integrate with a lot of different platforms. Then it is also horizontally applicable, so which means that it can be flexible for different type of assets, and it can work with different parts of your plant, and then it can operationalize data insights. This means that you can make reports, you can make them in a standard way, and they can be, of course, about insights of your plant and of some details of your plant, and they can be shared with other people. I think this could increase a lot, like communication between different parts of the plant, of people working on different parts of the plants, and this could be really useful also in the mid-term and long-term for your firm. Well, let's see now a little bit how Seeq is structured. Seeq has three main applications that works simultaneously. The first one is Seeq Organizer, which may be not precisely for you as a process engineer, but you can come across watching some reports on the organizer, or maybe have to produce them also for other people in your firm. It is capable of making reports and dashboards, integrating perfectly with the workbench, so it could be useful. And then there is the workbench, where you can work on the data and make some cleansing, for example, cleansing of the data, some working predictions, calculations, and so on. And then there's also the Seeq Data Lab, which is a connection between Seeq and Python. and so it enables you to use all the data, all the functions that are coming from Python. Your firm told me you don't still have a computer science section, but it could be on the way, and in case this could be a really useful tool for you. Then, as you can see, the Seeq also is capable of connecting to different types of data sources, from historians to relational databases, and it could be really useful to connect, really easy and useful to connect to them. Just to know, what types of data sources do you use?
We use mainly the data from field, the data from the SCADA that are stored in the persystem. So we have the data stored, we have an AF model, and we use PyVision for trend and everything. And we have data from our lab. So in order to check the quality of the process, there are some analyses that are stored in Oracle tables and view.
Okay, thanks. Interesting. And well, just for you to know, with the PyAutosoft, for sure, the connection is really easy to make, and it works fine, and it is reliable. So there should be no problem on your parts to develop this connection. So let's move on and start with the real demo on what you actually have on Seeq and what would you do. This is the organizer, and so this is your report made for monitoring the work and the quality of the plant and the operational part of the plant. In real time. Here you can see you can have different type of visualizations. Also here it is color based, so the more reddish the color, the more attention it should bring, the operator should bring to the specific area in this example. But we can also see as well some trends of data coming directly from the field, and as well as some calculations with those data. Just for you to know, this is related to a specific part of the plant, to an asset, and which is the area A. But you can move around and select other areas, and the same calculations will be performed for the data coming from those fields. Okay, then just move to the Seeq workbench in order to work on the data more precisely. And here, for example, you see that we have the wet bulb temperature here. I just selected it so you could see. And also in there we have the wet bulb temperature. They are together. And just for you to see, since you're a process engineer, I just want to show you how you can make such a prediction. How to perform this calculation. And as you can see, it is really easy to use. You just have to input those data, such as the signal to model, of course, the input signals that you have to start from, the training window on which the program will have to train itself, and just how the regression would make. Then you would have some advanced possible tools to add to your calculation, and then you have just all the data relating to the regression that has been made. But also other types of calculations are available. just as, for example, if we want to develop some kind of monitoring of the data, of the error that has been made on the prediction, we can just create some new formula, some new data. In this case, it will be the percentage on wet bulb temperature, and we will just have to easily make the calculation of the percentage error, referring your variables that are here, and making it making the percentage error calculation. So in this case, you have and just know these are really useful and easy way to develop your calculations, and we are just setting the units of this variable to the percentage. So we will have as a result, the percentage error that is shown with also its unit. Just let me see that just one little mistake has been made about the percentage, because of course this is not in percentage units. We will have to multiply by 100 to get the percentage. And this way you can modify and just obtain, and the results will be updated in a matter of seconds. So this is more or less my presentation. Do you have any question?
Yes, I have two questions. First, we work a lot with batch process, so it's possible to do operation on Seeq with the batch.
Yes, sure. The batch is a feature that is taken care of, let's say, in Seeq. And for example, we have a different kinds of visualizations, for example, that can be available on the batches. And for example, this one would allow you to see all the values of the data during the batches period, and making them start all at the same time, so at time 0, and then during the batch you will be able to compare the different data. This could be really useful, of course, to see outliers and to see different types of things. But for example, here with this representation, you cut off all the data that is not present during the batches. So you will have just the data in the batches all together without the non-batches period. And so yes, you can do really lots of things with batches, and you can work easily with them on Seeq.
Okay, and then another question. I don't want that operators work on formula or change the configuration. So I think that they will work only in the other tool called, I think, organizer. Which operation they can do in the organizer? You already show me that they can change the asset. They are able to do something different.
Yeah, okay. Well, actually, from here, it is not possible to do a lot, because these graphs are fixed, and you will need to have higher privileges to make changes on these reports. Of course, it will depend on the level of the privilege that the user will have accessing these reports. because of course, as you make it and as other people at the same tier of you will have the same possibility, for example, to modify, to add. For example, here you can update the values. You can, of course, here it means that you can open the link, so you can move to Seeq. But if you want, you can also change the all the settings related to this visualization. But for someone that will just have to see these reports, he will not able to do much. Maybe here it will be able just to change the assets. He will be able to open the link, the Seeq link, and just access to the calculation sheet, but nothing more. As you can see, you start here in viewing only mode, so you won't be able to do a lot. But of course, if the person opening will have some privilege, it will be able to change the settings and go into edit mode.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, I hope I've been answering all your questions and that the presentation has been clear.
Yes, and really interesting.
Okay, perfect. So thank you. Thanks for your time, and see you next time.
Thanks, Alessandro. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.